Welcome to another session where I trade the Nasdaq 100 futures live. I'm happy you tuned in and look forward to making this a profitable afternoon. Alrighty, welcome back everyone. January 31st, the end of the month. We're back trading the Nasdaq 100 futures live.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and the...
Oops, sorry about that. I had my Bloomberg on in the background. I'll get started in just a sec. Alrighty. Yikes. Apparently it didn't copy the Discord link. Let me just go ahead and paste that and I'll go ahead and get started. Just a second here. Hope every one of you guys had a fantastic weekend. It was a good weekend for me, kind of quiet. All right, so let's have a fantastic day, guys. We are back trading the Nasdaq 100 futures live. Kind of an interesting market today. All of a sudden, the market decided that it wanted to go up. All right, let me just fix something here. I'm trying to fix the stream quality. Okay, there we go. I got it to 1080. Got it to 1080. All right, welcome back, everyone. I'm glad you guys are here again. And yes, let's have a fantastic day. Fantastic. All right, guys, let's check out what's shaking in the markets. Let's look at the Nasdaq daily. So we were right here in the zone between 410 and 706. The signal that had fired off in late December closed off that trade last week. I believe this was Wednesday or Thursday that it closed this off. And yeah, it was Thursday because this happened on Friday. And now we're just breaking above the 410 level. This trade to the downside is over, guys. Right here. Look at that. Perfectly caught that downside trade right there. To the very, very, very end right there. This gave you a early signal to get out of the trade as soon as it crossed above the zero line. If you were if you were short on this, as a swing trader, this would have been your exit signal right here. Boom, as soon as it crossed above the zero line, you should have been looking for an exit. So really nice signals here, 1, 2, 3, to signal the end of the downside on this move, on this very, very long move that's been going on since late December right here. Also, the COT report that came out Thursday, if you notice right here, there was no real change in institutional flow into the asset, which means that institutional investors are all still on the sideline for the most part. As far as their net positions go in the Nasdaq 100, there has been no inflow. There has been a little bit of an uptick, though, with inflow from speculators into the Nasdaq right here. I also suspect that with bond yields increasing, you're going to have a shift to more risky assets, in this case stocks, which might drive the price of some of these issues up. Okay, when interest rates go up, that does affect bond yields, and of course investors look to exit their bond positions and move money into stocks. It always happens. So we also had a lot of short covering on Friday, which has moved this up a little bit, but the signals themselves are pretty damn accurate as far as this downside being extinguished for the most part right now. And unless this breaks below the 706, I don't foresee any downside. So you got to be careful if you're taking short trades in the Nasdaq 100 right now. All right, let's take a look at the overnight. The overnight right here has been it's been very accurate in terms of predicting where the market will eventually end by the end of the day with this indicator right here. So overnight volume was lower than average, average being represented by this horizontal line, and it was way below average, if you could tell, in the overnight session. The Algo did capture this short around 5 in the morning, then caught the long at 7:45. Perfectly caught it. Now, I'm not up trading at that time. The signals that you see now were optimized on Friday. So when I woke up this morning and got here to my screen and looked at this, I'm like, oh, wow, it fired off a long signal, which means that the bias towards the open is going to be to the long side, right? So I'm not going to be looking to take short positions. I'm going to look to take long positions. So sure enough, the market opened and boom, there was a big pop to the upside. This flagged a short position right here, and it's still kind of hovering above this this high zone right now at 313 points. So very interesting to see if it rolls back and goes down. So I'll be watching this throughout the day. Also, my overnight experimentals have actually done really well. This first one right here caught all the trades since midnight, pretty much, with pretty good accuracy. And again, I wasn't up all night to watch this, and it gave you a short signal here, which ended up getting stopped out of right here. This other one has also been very accurate too. Caught the long trade at 9:45 in the morning, and the signal has not yet closed. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes as well. These two are experimental that I've been kind of poking around, and I'll be looking at these for the next couple of weeks and making a decision if I keep A or B relative to the one I already have right here. All right, let's see where we're at in the range bars. We are range bound right now between 760 and 673. That's where we're at in the market, 760 to 673. And until we break either of these levels, we're not really going to see any movement right now. So 760 to 673, you may want to pencil that down if you're following the Nasdaq. And as far as the AIs go, caught two real good winners in the morning. You have a short signal right here. AI strategy number 1, you have a short signal on AI strategy number 2. You had a short signal on AI strategy number 3 that ended up being kind of duddy. Now you got a long signal right there. We'll see where that goes momentarily. Forgot to change the settings on this. That's 4. All right, and yeah, here we are. It's just kind of stuck in that range right there. Yep, and that's it, guys. Right now, as far as the Nasdaq. Oh, you know what? I'm experimenting as well with the ES overnight, and you know, the strategy that I went ahead and tweaked it over the weekend for the ES. It was just something that came to mind. I said, well, let me see how this performs on the ES, and you know, it's performed relatively well. If you look at the performance report right here, this is only for the ES, and this is only for today. This has been 75% accurate with, you know, an $850 loser, which was right here, but it's racked up about $3,700 in gains between here and here. So not bad. I'm just experimenting with this on the ES just to see how it performs, and this is something I'm going to be looking out for in the next couple weeks as well. So, a lot going on today in the markets, guys. You got a lot of news. The Ukraine headlines are still the main focus of a lot of people right now, as Russia still sits on the border of Ukraine. And, and of course, you have a slew of earnings. If you guys have seen that, you got a lot of stuff going on. So right now it's 12:45. We just had new bar change just now, right now. I don't have any signals here. I have one signal to the downside. I'm sorry, to the upside on this right here. So I got kind of conflicting signals on these right now. Oh, I almost forgot. Well, I have these as well. So your upside to this is almost fizzling out right here, and this is a strategy that captures very short amplitude swings in the market, and if you can see here, the swings are really, really, really tight. Boom, boom, boom. It captures them very, very well. And of course, this indicator right here is completely decoupled from this. So if you just follow this, pow, it would have gotten you out there, gotten you out right there, gotten you in that little upside, and now it's, you know, it looks like it's rolling back down. I got a short signal on this one, and I have a short signal on this one as well, right here. I don't know if you can see it, but let me just blow it up for you. Yep, right there. Let me just scale it a little bit. Yeah. And so you got a short signal there. You got another short signal right there as well. So that's where we're at, guys, right now in the market. I think a lot of people this morning were kind of left wondering if there was going to be any follow-through from Friday's late afternoon rally. As you know, guys, Friday's late afternoon rally just happened to be a spur-of-the-moment rally that just happened to happen in the last 10 minutes of trading. It was probably exasperated a little bit by you know, a lot of the short covering that happened towards the end of the day, but there was really no news to have caused that late afternoon rally. So I guess today the question on a lot of participants' minds is whether or not there was going to be any follow-up from that Friday rally. So you know, the futures market kind of had a reserved tone that was reflecting that sense of wonderment this morning, and yes, it did take off. So if you're looking at it now, this is the result of you know, of the consensus in the market right now. Also, there's another consideration that you may not have thought of, that given the scope of losses that we've seen so far in some of these indices this month, you know, you're going to have month-end rebalancing activity that's very common you know, within a lot of these funds, and that's going to be a factor that's going to play in today to kind of keep the broader selling efforts in check. So you may have that in play too. lot of talk today on Bloomberg on supply chain issues that are happening right now. Which in a big way has, kind of has a lot of managements in check, because, obviously if you have supply chain issues, then, there's a lot of issues. And I can see that at the local grocery store. Also, just in case you haven't read, there's also a subvariant to COVID called BA.2, and it's being reportedly that it's more transmissible than the original Omicron strain. So that's something to keep an eye out for in the market. If you're following the news, that's something you definitely want to keep an eye out for as well. That strain is called BA.2. So I'm just going to keep this here for a little bit. It looks like it wants to break out into a, into a trend zone right here. As soon as it comes out above this range, it typically goes into trend. So you're still at that level right there. I'm going to go ahead and resize this just so viewers can actually better appreciate it. All right, there we go. Ah, shoot. Generally, when the Nasdaq 100 reaches this level, it's pretty much exhausted its huff and puff for the day already, and generally when I see these bands falling in this fashion, that means that you are definitely going to have some type of reversal that may be imminent in the market. So if you've got a long, you've got to be very cautious right now. I'll flick it back to the other workspace in just a moment. I'm just going to let this play out and see what happens in the next few minutes. And that's really it. Welcome back, everyone. It's Monday, January 31st, 2022, and we're trading the Nasdaq 100 Futures live. If this is your first time here in the channel, welcome. Hey, happy Chinese New Year, Ansel. We're happy you're back. Do you guys also celebrate Chinese New Year in Taiwan? I'm just curious. So guys, we just went over everything here right now. If you haven't watched the video from the beginning, then just go ahead and replay it. Otherwise, you can watch the replay when I upload it to YouTube this afternoon. But I kind of don't feel like going over everything again. Oh, that's very nice. It's very nice. Does this holiday, Chinese New Year, does it last for an entire week, or is it just one day? Again, guys, I've got the overnights here. This strategy right here has not caught the top to this at all. And that's the reason I am being very, very cautious in taking any downside risk right now. Unless the strategy right here that fired a long signal at 9:45, unless this completely closes out to the long side, there's no way that that taking a short signal would be advisable. A whole week. Wow. That's a big festive event. That's really nice. Just remember, guys, we're out of that zone right here completely. Look at that. And this thing's just ripping to the upside with 345 points on the books so far today. So I'm going to be closely watching this signal here before attempting to take any short positions at all today, if any. This is the other experimental one here that I have. So these two are experimental charts right now. Also experimenting on the ES right here. So I'll keep an eye on this for the rest of the next 2 weeks. Yep. So here we go. So we have 3 more minutes for bar change, guys. I'm going to go ahead and put it back here because I really want to see what's going to happen with these. Even though nothing's going to happen here, and I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Also, another change that was made during the weekend is I went ahead and rebranded our website. So now instead of it being called optiontraders.live, I went ahead and bought the domain, and now our website is called the algotrader.live. So that's the new domain for the site. I already updated it. This is like all stuff I worked on during the weekend. So now the website's called the algotrader.live. And I just kind of wanted to be consistent with everything else I'm doing. So, all right, guys. So here we go. We ended up getting a short signal on, let me just rescale this so you can see it. Yep, ended up getting a short signal right there. Perfect. Boom. Caught it right there. You're still short right here. You're still short right here. Let me just scale that down so you can see right there. So that's a short. That's a short right there. That's a short. This has been a short that's been going on forever right there. Now I've got short signals. I got another one right here. I got one right here. I'm not sure what's going to happen with this. And let's see here. I got a short signal in the overnight that's been short forever. And nothing here. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Wow. This thing smacked the bottom right over here. Came up, smacked the top, came back down, hit the point of control, smacked the top, and now it's kind of rolling back on the 5 minute right here. I have a hunch that this is going to roll all the way down to here before the end of the day. That's what I would love for it to do. That's why it's a hunch. It's not based on anything. But this is my desire, that this can come all the way down right here. That would be super nice if it did. All right, guys. So again, short. And the range bars. Where are we at? Hasn't broken up. So if this drops, guys, it could theoretically drop all the way to 673. And that's almost 100 points to the downside. I'm just going to leave this up for a little bit. Market just went into consolidation mode. And for you guys who are looking at the market, consolidation mode is when the market just goes sideways. And people normally get chopped up and lose money when they go into consolidation mode. So here you go, consolidation. Just got in it. I'll leave this chart up so you guys can see. Hey Marcelo, welcome back. Glad to have you back in the group. If you're just joining the group right now, this chart is being displayed because we are in consolidation mode right now, right here. Market just entered that level, and it's gonna stay in there as long as it stays in there, guys. But this is not where you take trades. This is where you avoid going into a trade right here. This is where you lose money. And this was specifically designed to help you avoid losing money. All right, guys, I'll be back in just a second. I'm going to leave this chart up because we are in consolidation for you guys to watch, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. right, guys, I'm back. So right now, where we're at, we're not taking any buys or sells because we're in consolidation. The market's moving sideways. And until we get out of consolidation, then we can go ahead and enter a trade. Now, as far as signals go, there's a short signal here. Here, this one was way early. There's a short signal here, here, and you have short signals here and here as well. But you've got to be very cautious because the and you have a short signal here as well. But you have to be cautious because the long-term signal on this is still to the upside right here. Okay, so you have to be very cautious taking a short position there. So until we actually get out of consolidation and figure out where this is going, then we can decide what signal to take. So for now, we gotta wait and see what happens. We get bar change in 3 minutes. Alrighty, guys, if you just joined the group, thank you for joining. Don't forget to like this live stream and also join by subscribing. That's the only way you're going to find out whenever I come live. So like and subscribe. Those two things are very important. They do help out the channel as we attempt to grow it. Right now, what you're watching is a chart, and you are in consolidation mode right now. You're at the 50% level. Market's moving sideways right now, as indicated by the white bars. This is not where you want to be in a trade right now. This is where you are guaranteed to lose money. That's the reason we're watching this chart right now. Thanks, Marcelo. Appreciate your support, man. This market already came up to very high levels. We're at 330 points up on the day. I mean, it smacked right there, came back down, smacked again right there. Now it's going sideways. So caution has to be exercised, guys. All right, we just got new bar change right now, so let's just go over this. The only signal to get out of that short position was right here on this one. So if you're following this strategy right here, nailed along right there, and pow. That got you out right there, and see, nothing with the overnight, nothing with this for sure on the short side right here. This is going sideways here, and this has not yet closed off, which is why I'm a bit hesitant to take a short position. Unless the strategy right here finally closes off and tells me that, hey, there is no more upside left, I'd be very cautious taking a short right now. Right here. And this has been going on since 9:45 in the morning. So let's see what happens with the experimental ES. Nothing on the experimental ES. I'm just looking at this. I'm not taking trades off of it, guys. This is something I'm experimenting with right now, which is another strategy I tweaked to graph on the ES and see how it performs over the next 2 weeks, and it's more for kicks and grins just to see. But that's the ES right there, and it's done very well so far, except here. Then I got the two overnights right here. This one started to capture the trades at midnight with almost exact precision. Boom, boom, boom. Then you got stopped out right here. So right now we're watching all this stuff, but I'm watching this right here. That, and of course the overnight right here. If this is any indication, over the course of the last couple weeks that I've been live streaming, this has been very accurate in predicting the intraday bias for the day. Generally, when the signal comes before 8:30 in the morning, we'll see what happens today on this right now. But the other experimental one has not closed on that huge long to the upside. So you got to be very cautious if you're taking risks to the short side right now. You know what? The range bars. We were looking at these just a little while ago, and we're still in that 766 to 673 zone right here. It hasn't broken out, hasn't done anything. It's just been there. It's bouncing around. So anyway, I'm going to go back to the 5-minute because we're still in consolidation. We've been in consolidation already for 20 minutes. You guys have to remember that trading is waiting. So there's no action, guys. That's good. You just need to be patient and wait. All screenshots here, guys. All these workspaces are posted on the Discord group, the link to which is pinned up on top of the chat box, and they're posted only for illustration purposes, so you guys can see and examine the robustness of the strategies after the market closes, and this way you can kind of see how the strategies perform on an intraday basis. And hopefully that'll kind of give you guys some guidance and wisdom in helping you guys craft and develop your own strategies as we move forward with all this. All right, again, guys, for you guys who just joined the group, we're in consolidation right now. We've been in consolidation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 25 minutes, and the market's just going sideways right now. Okay, that's what that represents. When you look at the white bars, that means the market is going sideways. It's not a good time to be in the trade right now. If you guys look at these filters here at the bottom, these filters are really, really precise in giving you exits. I mean, you could just take this one chart alone if you wanted to be a discretionary trader, and you can print money all day. I mean, look at this right there. Boom, got you off right at the top, right there. Look at that. Perfect. Talk about perfection, right? And then on the way down, pow. As soon as that blue line crossed right there, that was the end of it. It's really nice. Also caught this huge move to the upside as well. Boom, right there. So very useful chart in my opinion. Also keep in mind the time. It's 1:24 in the afternoon. There's if you guys don't know, New York State got hit with a big snowstorm. So there's probably a lot of people out today from their office, and plenty of snow. Okay, guys, right now we are at the 50% mark, which means that the indicator, which is above a chart above me right now, it's at the 50% mark. That's where this candle is at right now. It's in a very bad area where taking a trade right now, it will cost you money. So I am just sitting here waiting to get out of this zone right here before anything happens. Also very important, I'll just quickly take a peek here because we have bar change in 3 minutes time. Keep in mind, guys, the COT report came out on Thursday. There was no change in institutional flow as represented by this blue line going back into the Nasdaq futures. All right, that's really important to know right there. Also, the net position of speculators actually did increase a little bit. So apparently speculators in the market, as represented by this red line, think that the Nasdaq will be going up. That's not the thinking of institutional guys who are still not plowing money back into it. Also, this filter caught the end of the trade nicely. The indicator right here also caught the bottom nicely a couple of days ago. I believe this was on Thursday that it caught it. And so for you guys who are swing traders and are looking at this, this is a monster move to the downside right here in the magnitude of more than 500 points, I think. So once a signal fires off, it's pretty damn accurate. You're going to get movement to the upside, which is why we're right here. Okay, signal fizzled out, signal crossed, and this signal also, if you guys remember, back I think it was on Tuesday, it did cross above the zero line. That was an early warning that there was going to be a change in direction. Very next day it popped, then it came down, then it just continued its way up. So highly accurate prediction of where the Nasdaq was going to be today based on these filters and the fact that the signal closed out the long, the short position that was short forever since late December. So there you go, guys. This is something you're not going to see anywhere else. You're not going to see on any other channel on YouTube. This is exclusive to me because this is something that I completely designed, to trade on the Nasdaq. So, all right, guys, enough with that. We're still in consolidation right there. It is pushing down. Okay, bar change. Let's take a peek. We're barely getting out of that consolidation zone right there. And boom, it's just trading down right there. There are no signals on the AI algos here to cover at all. And the overnight, no signal there, and no signal. You know what? Look at this. We finally got it right here. Boom. Okay. Finally got that to the short side right there, guys. Very nice. Super, super, super nice right there. So yeah, that is a short. If you're looking to take a short, guys, that's your signal right there. That's what you were waiting for, and there's still plenty of short left right here. You know what? I'll take a 2 contract short on this.
Trade.
All right, done. Yeah, that's an open short. Yep. When it went trade, that executed the trade right there. So you got very nice confirmation of that short right here. This has been, you know, short forever. It normally catches a signal a little bit early. This has been short. What else do we have? We have this one that's been short for a while. And we finally got a signal here to go short. And here, this has been short several bars already. Now, the short here on this will not end until the yellow line crosses the 0 line plus 1 bar. Yeah, my stop losses are baked into the strategies themselves right here. You know, but you got to set a stop loss that works for you. And that's really going to be based off of your risk, your own risk profile right there. Just remember that the Nasdaq has a habit of very aggressive swings in the opposite direction before it actually goes in the direction that you hope. So when it comes to placing stops, if you're placing a stop that's too tight, you will get stopped out and lose money. Which is why you got to figure out, based on your own risk profile, what type of stop works specifically for you. I know what works for me, but my risk profile is different than you guys. So, you know, you got to come up with a stop that works for you. It could be a hard stop or a mental stop, but you got to use something. So again, this is not going to completely exit the short until this crosses the line right here. This is not going to exit the short until this red line hits this blue line up here. So that's where we're at, guys, right now. I mean, we're already up here in at the very, 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 very end. You know, the market's got to take a breather at some point and come down. So let's watch it play out, all right? I'm actually short 4 contracts on this because I had taken a short on this based on one of my AI strategies before coming online today. So I'm technically short 4 contracts on this right now. So I definitely want it to go down for sure. You know what? I'm looking at the wrong chart right now. Yeah, I took my short somewhere like over here, I think. No, we're not taking profit yet. Not yet. I don't set profit targets. That I do not do that. I do not set profit targets. That's, in fact, one of my rules. I don't set expectations with regards to profit. No. So now we just got to be patient and let this thing play out a little bit. And what do we have? Short, short, short. And our overnight volatility is still short right here on the volatility driven algo. Alrighty, what was that noise on my chart here? You know what? I've got this thing open over here for some weird reason. You know what? Sorry, guys. Let's go back to that 5 minute and see what's happening. Just a bunch of noise. Bunch of noise. Back in consolidation again. Just take a look and see where the 1 minute is. Yeah, look at this. All this has been chop zone right here, guys. All this right there. There is going to be movement to the upside right now on this. There you go. This is where your stop will probably take out a lot of people because this is exactly the type of move I was telling you about that happens with the Nasdaq. It does this, goes this way, shakes out everybody else, and then it comes, boom, down.
What's that?
We have 3 minutes for bar change. All right, we've got about 30 seconds. Huh. Just trying to get out of consolidation at the bottom end right now. This looks like the shakeout right here, guys. All right, let's see if anything happened here. No closing on that short, nothing there. That's still open. Overnight still going short. These are still going short. These are just twin trades that are almost identical. So that's still going short despite all of this nasty chop right here. Look at this. Really, really bad, ugly looking chop. And this one, I might have to fix the signal on this tonight. I don't know if it optimized well, but we'll see. And this one here is obviously got a short signal right there. Nothing on this one yet. So that's where we're at right now, guys. Still short. I'm just going to leave this up here until we get out of the consolidation area. Again, it's right at that, on the cusp of the bottom threshold of consolidation. So it keeps going in and out, in and out. This is like a really bad bumpy ride. It's just there. I think that short trade on Friday, the consolidation lasted, I think it was 2 hours long. I posted that on the Discord group. It was a very long 2 hours of nothing but sideways trading before the market actually exhausted itself and it came down. And it was one of those trades where I got out the bar before it came down. It just wore my patience out. I'm like, this is too much. How long is it going to be here? It is Friday expiration. Market's slow. And, you know, I said, I'm just going to get out of the trade. I exited the trade. And the moment I exited the trade, the very next bar, everything came down. Lots of chop. Dang it. Got 10 more minutes for another bar change, guys, and we're stuck on this trade. Still has a little bit more to go to the downside until this red line actually crosses this +1 bar, or this hits the blue line right there. Then you can say it's technically over. Also, guys, please keep in mind that I am not a licensed financial advisor. Therefore, I cannot give you specific financial advice. The only reason I'm sharing my screen is to illustrate how I trade my own account using the tools that I've developed to trade the Nasdaq 100. Any trades that you choose to take based on the signals that appear on the screen are solely done at your own risk and at your own discretion, all right? Yeah, I've been on this short for more than an hour already. I had taken 2 contracts before coming on live, and I added 2 more when I got the signals. So I'm actually short 4 contracts on this. So yes, if there's anybody that wants this to go down more than anyone, it's me. Okay, 756. Gotcha. It's just really choppy right now. Super choppy. I'll put it back here so you guys can see. We are right there at the 50% mark on the chop zone right now. Take a peek at what's going on here with my experiment number 3. Interesting stuff. If you guys are just joining the group, thank you for returning. I know you guys got a lot of options out there when it comes to who to tune into, but I do appreciate your support. Also, if you hit the like button and subscribe, that would really help out the channel as well. This will be my 3rd week trading live, so I'm still getting used to this whole process.
Of trading live.
I honestly want the Nasdaq 100 to go all the way down to 0. With like 20 contracts to the short, right? So we can all make money. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes for bar change to get out of the, I'm sorry, not to get out, for a signal. We'll see if there's any signals in 2 minutes. but I doubt it. Four contracts. That's what I'm short. 4 contracts. Okay, guys, 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over here to see if we get in. There's nothing's going to happen here. Nothing's going to happen here. And I'm not taking any signals from this today. Okay, bar change, no change in direction here. Just look at the overnight, nothing here. Still in that zone right there where it needs to get out of that zone soon. No change in direction here or here. Nothing here. And the overnight right here is still, you still have an open trade right there. Nothing here on the ES. I'm just playing with the ES right now, guys. I mean, you can ignore it. I'm just looking at it just for kicks and grins. And that's because I put this over it and I was like, wow, okay, this is good. Then it stopped me out here. So, whatever. So I'm just looking at it. I'll look at it for 2 weeks and see what I want to do with it. It may just be something I look at. That's all. That's all that is. Uh-oh. This doesn't look like it's going the way I want this trade to go. Still in consolidation. Very frustrating. You know what? Almost forgot about the range bars. Wow, you are in a very, 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 very tight zone right there. Gee, man, this is chop, 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 chop. Still in chop zone right now, guys.
I have to say something quickly, okay?
Go ahead.
So here we are on SPY. We are waiting for the signal to go long. Here we have GS waiting for the signal to go long, and this one as well, waiting for the long signal. Qs is we're waiting for the signal for the long side as well. Close the position, nothing here. Signal there to go short. GS to the long, to the short. This is the short position only, okay? Don't look at this, just shorts. And we don't have a new signal to go short here yet. We have a signal here, and this is still open.
Jeez, man, this is just in consolidation. Look at that. All this right there. Chop, chop, chop.
BX is still open to the long side, and
See what happens with those
new
range
signals
bars
to
here.
the downside.
Ha! It broke up.
This is just for the down. Okay, no signal there. Just here, the long is still open.
Yikes. Things going up. No bueno. All right, just broke up to the upside, out of consolidation. It's trying to break out, and that's not making me feel good at all on this trade. Oh shoot. Oh no, 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 no. Wow, caught it right there. Buy to the upside. I'm gonna wait for one more bar on the on the 15-minute before taking off this trade. This trade here, just in case you're wondering, is going to fizzle out whenever this thing just rolls over right here. Look, boom, cross the line. You see that? That's, you're looking at the 5-minute, that's kind of expected right there. And boom, when that intersects, that typically is when it's over right there. But because I'm short 4 contracts, this is just about to stop me out any moment now. So that'll be the end for me on this trade if that happens. So I'm just going to wait 4 more minutes and see if there's any signals to confirm that the trade on the short side has been completely exhausted. Completely exhausted. I know this still has to cross +1 bar. And this has to hit the blue line before it actually crosses. But this indicator has been very helpful this morning, right here. Down, down, up. That's not good. And boom, crossing up to the upside. And let's see what we got going on here. This trade's almost over. Not yet, but almost. Yeah. So in 3 minutes, I'm going to make a decision whether or not I stay here or just end up taking a hit on this trade. And that's it for me on that trade. Okay, bar change is going to happen just now. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, boom, right there. No change in the direction of the signal right there. No change here as well. This will close off the this will close the trade. Yeah. This is going to end up closing the trade once. Scale this bad boy right here. Once this thing crosses one more, and then it closes off the trade at that point in time. So this will officially be done and over with on the very next bar, but I don't know if I want to wait for that. This probably caught the position perfectly right there, going up. Yep. And long term, this is still going down. Overnight, I have no idea what's going to happen with the overnight there. This will close off in about 2 more bars. This will probably close off very, very, very soon. And looking at this, I do not trust that this is going to roll down, even though I've got a down signal here. I got an up signal here too. So anyway, guys, I've about just hit my threshold right now of what I'd like to be, of what my short position stop loss is right here on this, and I'm not feeling good about it. This is almost fizzling out right here. Almost. Yeah, but this is all looking like it's going up. Bless you. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take off risk and take off 2 of the 4 that I have right now. So I'm going to go ahead and buy those 2 back. Did not fill me on that.
Trade.
All right. So I took the 2 I got in earlier at a loss of about $1,350 on that, and I've got the other 2 that I bought earlier, and I got in those at 770. So I'm still short those 2 from like hours ago. So I'm also upside down on those as well. Yeah, I think the direction of the market changed completely, guys, on this, and my feeling on this, based on what I'm looking at right here, This is about to close off. This is the earlier position I took on that short, but it was right here when I took it. And, well, here he goes. Is this going to come down or what's it going to do? Shit. Don't tell me I'm going to actually go into the green on this. I hope so. If it comes back down to the point of control, I might. Yeah, it's fizzling out right there. I closed the 2 that I bought earlier, but I'm still short 2 that I bought. When did I buy these? That I bought like over here at 1300. No. I think I bought them. I bought them like right here somewhere, right before I came in. So I'm still short 2. I took 2 off, so I'm still in the trade. I have not closed out the position entirely yet. Take a peek at those range bars right there. Yikes. Yeah, this is trending. Yeah. Ow. Ooh. Yucks. I moved that, man. This looks to me like continuation to the upside, guys. Right here. Boom, boom, boom. So as much as I hate it and I don't want to do it, but I'm going to have to just close out this position right here. So hasta la vista with that short. I'm going to buy it back with a $2,500 loss on that one.
Trade.
Done. I'm out. I'm completely out. I am completely out of that godforsaken short position right there. So done. I'm out. All right. You guys heard it. I just don't even want to think about it right now. At the end of the day, it looks like this strategy here was the one that actually caught the correct move to the upside right there. So I'll just blow it up right there for you. Not only that, but this one did too right here. I think this is just going to run up, so I'll take 2 for the upside.
Trade.
So now I'm long 2 based on this signal right here. I'm late 1 bar to the upside, but it's okay. This signal caught the trade correctly, and this signal here also caught the trade correctly to the upside. Then that'll give me the correct signal to get out. So altogether, I'm down about, let me just get my calculator. I'm down about 43.50 on the day. That's on the PM session right now. And this signal here will come once these bands actually cross. So if you notice in the morning, there was a signal right there, and boom, as soon as it crosses, that's it. That's the end of it right there. So you still have a little bit more to the upside before these bands actually cross. Stick that P&L right there if you guys want to see it. Look. All right, we just got bar change right now, and let me just clear this out real quick so I can see. All right, this was a bust right here. It did very well in the morning session. It was a bust right here at the end of the day. This is still open. This is still open, but to the short side. The AI algos here. This was a bust right here. This one right here is probably going to be a bust unless this thing comes down. And AI strategy 3, this is the only one that picked up the winner right here too. Had a loser before that, but it had a very nice winner in the morning, which I took upside on. And right here, still going. Still going. That's going. We'll see where that ends in the course of the day. And where am I at? I'm right here looking at this. For a signal. Let's take a look at that 5-minute real quick. Yeah, hit the top and now it's going to just start rolling again. Wow, that was a huge move to the upside right there. Very nice. Not huge, but nice. Let's paste that P&L there for whoever cares to see it. You guys saw and heard I got out of that short position just a little while ago, so my position right now is too long. 2 contracts on the long right there. Just take a quick peek here. You know what? I'm probably really late to this trade right here, so I am going to go ahead and blow out of it and take a scratch. Ah, come on, fill me up, little bitch.
Trade.
Done. Ah, no, no, I don't want to be short one position.
Trade.
Dang. I think there's something wrong with my mouse, because that's the second time it does that today. I think this trade has exhausted a lot of its upside already. I just don't want to be in it. After that huge loss I had right now, well, it's not a huge loss, but for a lot of traders it would be. I just don't feel like taking late trades, and that would violate one of my rules, which is no late trades. If you're late to the party, stay out. And I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars late to the party on this one. So I think it would make sense to reduce risk right now, given that I just had that loser on the short side, and just wait for a better signal if one comes along between now and the 3:30 time frame. So for now, guys, I'm flat. I'm not in the Nasdaq. I'm on the sidelines waiting again to see if there are any other signals that that I feel would be worthy of taking. So right now I'm flat and I'm on the sidelines. This trade here, just so you guys know what you're looking at, this trade right here in the morning brought in, well, the strategy brought in 276 points. This was a 276 point winner right here. I got in a little bit late this morning. I got in right around this bar right here, but still made decent profit in the morning, which kind of offsets my PM loser. But still, you know, any loser's a loser, and I just don't like having them. But it's part of the game, you know. There are days where, you know, I have huge monster winners, and there's days like today, you know, where I'll have a winner, a little bit of a winner in the morning, have a loser in the afternoon. It happens every now and then, but it does. And this one right here picked up that upside really super nice as well. So we can watch this to see where it's going to actually take you out from that upside, because this nailed it right there. In fact, say this got you into the trade right around 734. So if you're at 810 and that got you in at 734, so that's 76 points right there. 76 points on just this run right there, but it's way late. I mean, I don't think I drank enough coffee today because this is way late for me to be taking a trade like up here. Take your trade like right here, and then just kind of write it up. But I'll tell you, I had reservations and concerns because of the area of where this is trading right here. Generally, there always tends to be a reversal, and so I was being a little bit precautious. And I thought, okay, well, great, this thing will reverse, it'll come down and come down to this level, but no, it went up. So I was wrong in my assessment there. Do we get bar change in 3 minutes, and we'll see what happens. I'm really interested to see what's going to happen because you're way up here on this zone, and normally whenever you get here, there is always some type of reversal and it comes down. So I'm really interested to see where it's going to exit here in relation to where this is going to exit as well right here. But you also have an open long position here, so yeah. This strategy right here tends to capture really, really long moves in the market, such as this one right here. You got the overnight right here as well. So everything's at very high levels right now in the market. You're right there, and it's all turning to the downside right here. I'm not perfect, guys. I do make mistakes occasionally. Despite having great tools, I do make human error. That's just the nature of me being a human being. I do my best, however, at trying to minimize those mistakes, but I'm human. I'm prone to error, just like everybody else is. All right, we got 1 more minute for bar change. Let's see if anything shakes out right here on these two primarily. This ended up being a loser. Got stopped out right here. No signal here. And that ended up being a loser as well, right here. Boom. Right there, loser there. And let's see the overnight, nothing in the overnight. Dang, wow. Nothing here, and that just keeps going up. So I'm going to put it back over here. Right there. Alrighty, we're back in consolidation again. Right there. Looks to me from looking at this here that this little push to the upside is kind of fizzling out. Right there. If you notice that, pow, right there. This was also a very good indicator right here at capturing the upside. Boom, the end. Yeah, it looks like it was a smart move to have gotten out of that when I did. That's it. That might be it to the upside. Right there. And I'll just stick it back here on this since this has an active open signal right there. Not all days are winners, guys. There's some days where I'll get a loser here and there, but it's called trading. That's just the nature of how this business works. You know, other days you make it up big time. And you guys have seen me already do that in the last couple of weeks that I've been trading. So, you know, it happens. Whenever you look at a strategy, you always want to look at the robustness of the strategy, not when you backtest it, because backtested results seldom work for predicting the future of the next trading day or next trading week. Okay, and there's a lot of confusion around that in trading forums and discussion groups, and the reason why there's issues with backtesting is because backtesting is based off of in-sample data. and and it rarely translates to useful data moving into the future. So to create a robust strategy, the test results have to be walk forward optimized using out of sample data, and using out of sample data, and when you walk forward the strategies, lends itself to a more robust approach to strategy optimization and better results when you're trading, because you're using the predictive values of the walk forward optimizer to come up with the values for next day. TradeStation does an okay job at doing that. I use a distinct optimizer to optimize my strategies, but the key in all this is, the strategies have to be optimized the night before. And so, therein also lies a problem too, because you're dealing with a computer algorithm which may give you, the right settings for the next day, may not. But at the end of the day, when you walk forward optimize the strategies over a period of time, let's say for a year, 2 years, or 5 years, you can see the percent winners, how the strategy would have traded in real time, based on the predictions that the walk forward optimizer is making the night before and applying it to the next day trading session. So that's how that works. And so with that in mind, strategy robustness is really important in creating strategies that are highly efficient for use. And even then, if you notice on this strategy here, it did pick a good winner in the morning, which was 200 plus points, but it faltered here. It gave you a bad signal, and then it gave you this signal here, which we still don't know where it's going to end when it closes, right? So all these strategies get optimized the night before for next day use. That's really where all the work happens in the after hours. It takes several hours to go through each one of them, making sure they're well optimized for next day use in the morning. But yeah, that's a little color on strategy optimization right there that you guys are looking at on the charts right now. But these strategies, I'll tell you, on the long term, I think it was this strategy right here had a 75% win rate for the month of January, just for the month of January alone. So 75% of the signals that this strategy alone gave me for the month of January were winners. And that's huge. That's enormous. If you can get a 75% win rate like that consistently throughout the year, then you have a really good, robust strategy that's almost guaranteed is going to print money. All right, we got 3 more minutes for bar change. And the market's up 388 points on very little positive news. right, here we go. Last minute, and we'll see if there's any bar change within any of the strategies to the downside. All right, no signal there. No signal here either. Wow, no signal there to end off this short here. Been short forever. And nothing here. Nothing here. And let me see my overnight experiment. Interesting. And again, guys, this is only an experiment. I'm playing around with these right now. And this one actually performed really super good in the wee hours of the morning. Right there. Look at that. Really good. Then it got stopped out here and it took the long trade right there. Nothing here. So it's still an open buy signal right now. And that's where we're at. Kind of a quiet afternoon today. This is fizzling out. I mean, look at this. Right there. With this crossing like that. Yeah. And I think we're in consolidation as well. It looks like this market was in consolidation for a very long time, and then it just popped up a little bit to the upside. Now it's going sideways again. Back in consolidation again. Wow. This is like watching paint dry. Very slow, very choppy. Wow, right back to the point of control. Look at that. Looks like today the best part of the day was the morning session. This afternoon has just been nothing but a chop fest. Look at this. After 12 noon, just cycling up and down, just the whole afternoon. Cycle here, here, here. Yeah, it's trying to reach this point of control right here. I mean, there's like absolutely nothing up here. There's no volume, there's no nothing. Evident by the color of these bars, there's nothing. So it's got to come back to where there's volume, which is right there. We'll see how far it falls. Hey Marcy, earnings come out for Google on Tuesday, tomorrow, as well as AMD, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so you may want to write down AMD and Google on your list. finally out of consolidation zone. But that does not mean anything because this thing has done an about face and gotten right back up. So you just don't know. Looks interesting. Oh, don't have any signals for this at all. None there, none there. About the only signal I have for this right now is this one right here. Wow, that's a huge move to the downside right there. Let's look at that spike. Huge, 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 huge move. Just put this back here so you guys can see it. Okay, we got about 30 seconds more. Maybe a bar change. Wow. Yeah, I know, right? Hindsight's 20/20, right there. Hindsight is 20/20. Yep. Amazing. Wow. Looks like this may end up hitting this bottom threshold if you guys want to take a discretionary trade. I will take a 1 contract trade just for kicks and grins.
Trade.
There you go. So I took a 1 contract trade to the downside on this. Yeah, I took a short. 1 contract only. It's a very speculative trade, but you know, if this ends up smacking this 673 level, shit, you know what? This actually just closed off right here. I was hoping to see the crossing right here. So that little trade is up about $60 to $70 that I took right there, right now. But you know what? It's way late in the day. It's very, very speculative, and I may as well just get out and get some money off of this. A couple $100 right there.
Trade.
Done. It's for kicks and grins. That's it. I generally don't do that ever, but this just kind of piqued my interest. Only 10 minutes away from ending my session, so I don't want to be in any trades right now. Wow, look at this. Right here. This ended up being a bad signal. I'll be posting a picture of this to see where it closes after the market ends. After the session close, I'll be posting it on the Discord group so you guys could actually see whether it's a winner or a loser today. Right here. Let's go back to those range bars because those will kind of give you a little bit of detail. Look at that. Look at that. Right there. I took a couple $100 profit on that just for kicks and grins, and then boom, you got support. So it worked out. This also ended too right here, look. Guys, I very much appreciate you guys tuning in today. Today was not as exciting as other days that we've been together. But that's just the way the market works. Sometimes you get a little bit of action in the afternoon and, you know, we all make money, and other days the action is just blah, you know, like today. And there's losers. So tomorrow will be another day. That's the good thing. The market will provide us another opportunity to come in, make money, and we'll do this again all over again tomorrow. Wow, I am so happy I got out of that trade when I did. Or just right now. Hi Marcelo, thanks for tuning in, buddy. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have more action and bigger moves in the market where we can all make money and have a good day. Today was a very tough market to trade after 12 noon, if you notice right here. Just down, up, down, up, down, up. It's very cyclic. Very, very, very cyclic market. You finally got a little sell-off right there. Well, pretty amazing. This is where I got out right here, and this is where it just finally just closed off the trade. Blue line crosses the red line. That's the end. The end. The absolute end right there. My goodness, guys. Look at this. That's to take all your profit right there. Yep. That was it for me when I got out. Hasta la vista before you get crushed. Did we get any pickup in volatility? None. Wow, just a little uptick right here. That was it. And then just came back down. Wow. Amazing. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in today. It was a very interesting day. Had some action in the morning, but really no action in the afternoon that impressed me whatsoever. I'll be posting today's winners, which algos actually perform the best over on the Discord group, as well as the overnight to see where this trade finally ends right there. A copy of the daily report as well, so you guys can track this and monitor and see exactly where we're at on the Nasdaq. And until tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow we'll have a more exciting day where we have more movement, and we'll revisit again tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern time, guys. Thank you again for tuning in, and happy trading.